Hello, the game has started and it's me to go first. Play Darn. And it's a better looking rack. I have Zarek on my rack, Zenik. Oh, I don't. What am I doing? Zenik. Yeah, 36. Is there a bingo here, perhaps? Not seeing one. Not quite anorexic. The U would need to be... That's been taken anyway. Now... Peel doesn't give me much to work with. I do have Zenik still here for 36. Not a terrible rack leave. Not a good pickup. I've got the dreaded UV combo. Now opponents played a Zenik. Nice front hook. And Way takes an N and an R. Okay. What about... Wow. Just looking at Y takes an R. Maybe just... This feels weak, but... Pav is good. What about Vein? Yeah, I'm going with this for 20. That's better. Surely I'm bingoing now. So, manures and Pavs. What about a bingo ending in E? Opponents play hasn't really offered anything great, I don't think. Now, Axenic, I wouldn't say takes an S. What about unwords? Unframe. Nope, you can't unframe a picture. Surname. That'll work. Draw 2 S's and a K. Opponent scores well. What about a K play here? K plays quite nicely above the top here. Kehu. No, it's Kehu. It's K. No, it's some strange word with a K and a H. It's K. Kue maybe. Kueh or. Anyway, that's not going to work. What about Kess? No, I don't want that rack leave. Uke feels weak, but I can't leave this hot spot alone. It's terribly hot. Whooshes. I'll draw the Q. I've got Cat and Tom. Does my Q play anywhere else? Well, it does in the top right, but extremely volatile. What else? Talak through an A. The Q, not great because it's just face value unless it's a bingo, and I don't see one of them. But Cat and Tom, even though Tom takes an A front hook, it's still a really good score. Opponent's taken my spot, and his play is safe as houses, so there's no way to score off that. Cat, where was the other cat spot? Well, this feels way too risky. That'll give back a 50-point play possibly, and I don't feel like being stung to that extent. So what about just something like quota or something, or quag for 14? Surely there's something better. I don't even have a caddy play there. No, I think I'll go with this. It sorts the rack out. Good balance. Not a bad pickup. Opponent scores a whopping 44 there. But I've got a decent rack, so perhaps I can respond loitered through an I. Rootled. The O's don't really seem to help. Retooled. Yeah. Now, this isn't a bad pickup either. I've created a bit of a hotspot, and the Z is still unplayed. So a play of... what would hurt me here? C's, I guess. Sieze. That could hurt. Not many E's to come. Now, the ly ending usually yields some good results. The S is still a useful floater as well. Naughtily is with a Y, with an I at the end. Naughtily, not... well, naughtily through a G or a H. Wow, that would have been great. Through this H. You darn. Naugh. No, it's naughtily a 9 anyway, so that wouldn't have worked. Inaudibly. Now I've got the ing ending as well, but not seeing great options there. Yawling, not a word. So let's put ing there. Unlaying. That would be good through an N. Unlaying. And what about this K? What about like words? Unalike? No. Yolking? No, not seeing anything. Now Ryu is good. That'll sort the rack out nicely. Scores half decently as well. But this hotspot needs to be addressed too, I think. Opponent taking some time with this move. I suppose YA, no use to come. Oh, opponent scored well there. Now the T, does that help? No, not seeing it. The D looks useful, but I can't see anything with it. So I'm going to go with Ryu, because I'm short on time. Draw the other Y. Unreal. Dawdling? No. Dandily. Well, dandily would be an 8, a 7, I should say. Drandily? No. Dandily would be an 8. I've got a 7 on my rack, but dandily doesn't play. Dallying through a Y. I have the land component of a word. Land. Landily. No, handily is good as well. Handily. Ooh, opponent's blocked. So I've got roughly a 50-point lead. What do I do? Just play off the Y. 11 vowels, so there are a few vowels to come. I might get rid of I'd love to get rid of the I, because there are 4 I's to come. I'm just going to get rid of the A. 28. And I did draw an I there, but it might work out. Opponents played co-edit. Now, does the K help me? Tinkled. No. Maybe just DI in the top right. 18. Okay, I've gone backwards in terms of bingo prospects. I do have tilling, as in tilling the soil, and I have the kill component of a word. That's a pity to pick. Opponent's got the Z, so he'll score quite well with that, no doubt. But Willy Bingo, those are very bingo-y tiles apart from the Z and the B. So if he bingos now and then picks up the Z, well, then he's won for sure. Link. I have the link component of a word. And the kilt. And I didn't consider the T on the last play, I don't think. 4 tiles remain. Do I get rid of an L, just an L? Or do I try to block lanes? What would kill do? It would create a bingo lane. Okay, opponent's got extremely bingo-y tiles here. And he's bridged the gap in the scores. Two tiles in the bag. What to do? I'm just going to play sit. 9. Not a good pickup. And opponent is close to bridging the gap. I have the line. I thought I'd give it one last shot at bingoing. Kill tine. No. Kill. Like some line. What line would I have? Silk line or link line. Milk line. I can't see a bingo for opponent. What about an IENT ending? Or nilliest? Don't think nilly is a word. Well, nilly is not a comparative. So there wouldn't be. I've almost got loneliest. Lineliest. Nilliest. What about IENT words? Brilliant, millionth, brilliant. Wow, just can't see it. And I don't know how I'm going to score here either. Maybe just IN, diverters, and just don't know. Cells and diverters. Terrible leave. It's 19. Okay. Opponents played there. Cells and diverters. And I guess then I have in and n. Opponents, I think, too far behind to win this one. But yeah, it felt pretty close at the end there. If opponent had two big plays and went out first, he might have taken that one, I think. Anyway, we'll see what we missed. Kiln is possible. Lichen is good, actually, I think. I'm liking this word. Yeah, so that's 9 to go out. And just thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. And missed we did. I feel there were a few bad misses there. Now, I don't like that rack leave. I prefer Dawn, even though it's 10 fewer points. Look at that. It's shocking. Opponent goes with Peel, but Pellerine for 68. Pellerine through the N. And then I've got Xenic for 36. That looks fine. Opponent goes with Way for 27. And then Vermin 9F. Wow, look at the underlap. That's a bad miss. Everyday word to Minever. Yeah, so Vein for 20. But Vermin definitely the best play there. And then Gov for 17 looks fine for opponent. Neuroma and Surname both fine for 77. Diverter for 78 comes down. And then Coulds for 46 at 2J. KHUDS. That's a bit of a tricky one. Cash would have been a nice score as well. There's no excuse for missing that. Cash, two big misses, but Coulds is not exactly the everyday word that jumps out at you. Neither is cash, I guess, but I have seen it before. And then Bow for for 39 comes down. I just took out that hot spot. Let me see what opponent would have done. Okay, he would have had some decent plays there, I guess. Yeah, because he had some scoring tiles. Now Bo comes down for 39, whooshes for 88. Who says so? Who's so? That's a nice anagram of whooshes. Who's so? And swooshes was the front hook, so that was from this S. But whooshes for 88 scored most. Then opponents got Gadjo, Jam, some big scores there. And now I've got Cat in the top right, but there's no way I'm doing that with 6 eyes to come. So I went with Quag for a decent enough rack leave, but a whole lot fewer points. As it happens, opponent never had an eye, so who knows? Might have been, but it just felt too volatile. Sponge for 44, good find by opponent, swooshes, and then retooled the only bingo from this rack. Treffer for 36, opponent gets a high score down there. Now no bingo here, but Ryu was best. Rack balance and score. And then if for 25 opponent had, he played it down there, but could have played it at B14. Here in the bottom left corner. Maybe he was thinking to block the lanes because he saw the blank. Ladykins, there was a bingo there. Ladykins, okay. 66, not a word I'm familiar with. And I just went for rack balance, and now opponent's got a beautiful rack, but not enough floaters to utilize on the board. So yeah, ice boats through a B. No B available. Co-edit comes down, highest score. And now no bingo here. Die and TID 11E. TID, that's quite nice. I like that. Although creating an easy bingo lane for bingos beginning in S, I don't know if that's ideal really, because there was an S to come. So yeah, I think just keeping the board tight. The K is not a great floater for opponent to bingo with, so I just kept, top right I played that turn. Now opponent's got Zo and ozonates through an E. If it takes an S, not 100% sure. Zo for 26, or Orzo was the other one. And then no bingo here, duplicate city. I went with sit to block, kind of. Not really block, but I mean, this was a scoring spot, I guess, and you can bingo from LI. There are some bingos, but yeah, just wanted to keep the board tight. Opponent didn't have much there. He went with weight. Now look at these bingos. Lime kiln, a kiln where lime is used. I don't know, that's not one I've seen. And nihilist, I know nihilist, Nihilist, but not nihilist. Wow. Okay. 2 obscure bingos there. And then Cobans for 13, Bo for 20 was the highest score, and Lycan was the only outplay. So that was the end of that. Yeah, pretty good game. 1 or 2 misses, but yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.